The men's horizontal bar final will be here very, very shortly. So let's just have another little word with Beth and the lads in the studio as we build up to this one. So yeah, Beth, Simone, obviously off the back of that chat there, looking very relaxed, very content. You know, we heard she wasn't planning on coming back to the final at the beginning of this year. So she's achieved a lot in the short months in the build up to this.
Yeah, I mean, during that interview, you actually learned quite a lot. Just the fact that she's talking with people, using that support mechanism around her and making it as part of her regular scheme, not just obviously the gymnastics training. And it's incredible, 23 world titles, 4 silver, 3 bronze. That goes alongside the 4 Olympic golds. And you heard her talk briefly then about that journey of Tokyo and the disappointment, and how she's taken time to kind of recuperate from that and making that decision to come back. And it wasn't necessarily a decision to be back competing this year, but things obviously went well when she was back in the gym and enjoying it. And yeah, I think that's a lot of credit to her family.
Yeah, I think that's the key, isn't it? Going with the flow, really sort of listening to her body, seeing how she feels, and if it's right, then go for it. Yeah.
Yeah, and you saw her parents in the audience. They're there supporting her, and I think they've been through that whole journey with you. It's when the athletes are out there competing, yes, they're the ones individually getting up there and doing the performance, but it's not until you speak to an athlete afterwards you realise how many people have supported that athlete to achieve that dream.
Well, talking of speaking of athletes afterwards, I think Betty Glover now has managed to get hold of Alice Kinsella, who was in that women's floor final. So let's hand over to Betty and hear what Alice has to say. Betty.
I am indeed. I'm with Alice. Alice, how are you feeling after that, considering a few days ago you weren't expecting to be in this final?
No, I'm actually okay. I'm really happy with my performance. Obviously it wasn't my best performance, but I wasn't really expecting much from that final. I just wanted to go out there and enjoy it, and that's exactly what I did. So
I wonder what you've learned from that, because that is your first floor final at a Worlds, isn't it?
Yeah, it's my first ever event final, so it's another thing ticked off the list. So yeah, I'm just super happy with it.
You're very much an all-around gymnast, are you? But has that given you a little bit of hunger to maybe like sort of specialise in the floor a bit?
I never expected myself to be in a floor final. It was always like another piece, but yeah, it's given me a lot of confidence going into the next competition.
And what's next for you then, in between now and Tokyo? Tokyo.
So when I get back, I'll have a bit of a break, but our next thing is, I'd say, like British and all that next year, and then obviously Euros as well, so yeah.
Well done, Alice, congratulations.
Thank you.
Naoki Hashimoto, the new Japanese superstar.
He's a gymnast with energy and style.
Gold for Hashimoto! Oh, look at that!
He absolutely is the man for the moment.
The men's all-round Olympic champion. Hey! Another gymnast that just makes this look easy. He was the prince last year. He's just been crowned the king. So yes, Daiki Hashimoto, one of the favourites, but don't discount this lad, Sin Čerbić of Croatia. You can see why, because he was a world champion back in 2017, and he's still got the skills. You can see the lads warming up here, so let's take this opportunity to have a word with Joe Fraser and Gianni Regini Moran in the studio. So first up, Gianni, what makes the ultimate high bar routine for you, and what are the lads going to be going for here?
Well, they're going to be going for plenty of release and catches, and you may see some of those connected. So the catches, we're looking out for, 2 catches, 3 catches in a row connected, where you get that connection bonus. The squats, the turns, making sure they land in handstand. And yeah, I really think this is going to be an exciting high bar final.
Well, this lad that we're looking at here, on the last shot actually, Milad Karimi, is the second highest qualifier. He sneaked a bronze on floor. So this is the key. I mean, if you go through, Joe, anything can happen, because as Gianni was saying, these big release and catch moves are incredibly risky. But if you stay on, you might end up on the podium.
Yeah, it's very true. Being in the second half of the final may be something that helps you out, because you might see what the score is and know what you kind of need to beat. But I think with high bar, it's one of those apparatus you kind of have to leave it all out there.
Yeah.
It's difficult to get up into the medals, so you're going to have to give it your best shot, go for the big release and catches, and go for that landing as always.
Gianni, on a scale of 1 to 10, how scary is this piece for you?
10. I actually injured my leg on this piece.
You did, yeah.
Yeah, for me, you know, I don't have the best track record on high bar, but it's one of those things. I just try and stay on if I can.
Yeah, and Joe, how about you?
To be honest, I kind of love the thrill of knowing that everything's on the line. My team need this, my coach needs this, I need this, so I think I kind of soak it up, but I completely understand where G's coming from.
Well, it's time to soak it up now, as Arthur Mariano of Brazil is the first to go. The 30-year-old, he loves to fly as well. He was champion back in 2019.
Well, good start. Oh, very difficult. The straight catch with the full turn over the bar. And the full turn there. The Brazilian men haven't just dominated like the women have, but that's a very difficult release. And again, the Markelov over the bar. The straight, I was just going to say, just drifted a little bit over the bar, the straight Katchev.
Oh, and this is exactly what we were just talking about there. You come off and it's your chance almost over with. He's been on the medal podium twice in his career at the World Championships on this piece of apparatus, but what a shame for Mariano.
Well, I think I counted his 5th release and catch, so it is full of difficulty, this routine. 1 whole mark off. And again, for good measure, straddle. Again, linking those Katchevs. Hop full turn. You can see why he's done so well in the past. Winds up, kicks into the dismount, flares out in the full twisting double straight. What a shame, actually, because if he'd have stayed on, I think he'd have been a real contender.
I really like this routine. It's so full of different types of release and recatch skills, isn't it? And again, it was one of his more simple ones that he made the mistake on.
Yeah, but I mean the connection value of those moves we were talking about with Joe on parallel bars as well. When you link them together, you really build a score. But it's such an entertaining piece to watch because they give it absolutely everything, Craig.
They do, and he did the full twist on the Katchev and the full twist on the Jaeger somersault. Very difficult routine. The highest skill level.
Yeah. And this is the one, I think, isn't it? He just ripped. I mean, it actually looked like he had it. Now, that's what they would call a momentary hang, I think.
Yeah.
They would give him the value of that.
Yeah.
But obviously not
with
the combination.
I think we've come up with a new move. It's called the hallmark off.
The hallmark off. Oh, my word. Apologies.
But there, yeah, well, it's
into the straddle Katchev.
a straddle Katchev as well, keeping the flow going, and then up into the dismount. Look at the style in the air. Oh, what could have been if it wasn't for the hallmark off.
And he's really need to go home, Matt. I'm spending a week of this.
So Milad Karimi will be up next. Not before the score comes in.
Hij won het brons op de wereldkampioenschappen vorig jaar in Liverpool. Deze Arthur Mariano. Brons.
8 finalists in this high bar final, the last of all the finals. What a week we've had here at the World Championships.
Dit jaar niet zo zal zijn.
Real warm-up and build-up for these gymnasts for Paris next year. It's great for them all to see who's doing what, Chris, and what work there is left to do with a few months to go, 9 or 10 months.
Yep, absolutely. And a lot of people will have come here speculating whether they can do the more difficult routines and testing out how the judges feel about them as well.
Well, 13.533 is the score for Milad Karimi to beat gymnast from Kazakhstan.
Well, he's had a good championships. Perhaps not taking loads of medals home, but certainly big impressions on people. Lovely one-arm swing. Here comes the big release. Full turn in the straight position, somersault over the bar. Here it comes again, this time tucked. Oh no, then it's tucked. So he had the combination of two, a tuck and then a full twisting tuck, somersault over the bar. This is the quieter section. Nice squat dislo with half turn. The Kachev section. This guy's got a lot of skills here.
Packing in the difficulty.
He is.
Can he stay on?
Swinging beautifully, back and forward grip. Can he make the dismount count? He can.
Wow.
Pretty impressive routine, that.
Well, has he just landed on a medal? That is going to be tough to beat. It was packed with difficulty, Craig.
It had everything. 5 release and catches, big double twisting, double back. He had a very impressive squat dislocate with the half turn in the middle. It hit the handstand, and that's where the judges more than not take the deductions. I mean, that's great. I'm trying to think of the name of the coach, because he was coaching Australia and he coached Philip Rizzo to become world champion. He was Ivan Ivankov's coach, so he's obviously a real technician on this piece of apparatus. I don't know if you can remember his name, Christine, but he's been around for such a long time.
No, but I certainly remember his face. He's coached a lot of significant gymnasts.
Love the one-arm work as well. Yeah, that's the one to beat. Qualified in second spot.
Much difficulty.
That's the one to beat. And this bit here, Matt, the bit you got excited about, the Kovac, immediately, I mean, he didn't have the best catch and he wellied it over the bar. And the Kovac with a full twist, it wasn't the highest, but he'll get...
He gets the connection and he gets the value of the move.
Yeah, a little bit scrappy, but hugely entertaining.
Sort of in a way, by being sandwiched in the middle of another difficult move, it takes the eye away from the deductions.
Well, he's had a great championships. He took a bronze on floor. Has he just landed on a medal there on high bar? I'm going to stick my neck out and say he's on the podium.
I think it is very hot in that arena.
He can even do difficulty with his eyebrows. Milad Karimi is a 14.433. Little bit down on his qualification of 14.6. There's some big high bar workers to come. Hashimoto being one of them. Tinserbic, another. The 4th highest qualifier. World champion back in 2017. He's European champion on this piece at the moment. And he took a silver at the Olympics.
He's a very precise performer on this piece of apparatus. That was nice. Beautiful work. Stoller into the Kachev. Immediate straight Kachev. Winds up. Full twisting Kovac. Now, in bar work. He's got to align the work to handstand. Yes, he can. Just needs a good dismount. Wraps in, full twisting.
Wow!
That was phenomenal. Surely good enough to go into first place.
Wow, wow, wow. That was unbelievable. That had everything. It was quality to the finish, Chris.
Yeah, and so efficient. You weren't on the edge of your seat. You felt this guy knows what he's doing. That was excellent work.
Goodness me.
It was a lot cleaner than the routine before, Chris, would you agree?
Yes, yeah. I mean, he's a gymnast who's competed at this level plenty, and he looks like he's got every ounce of experience needed.
Well, 6 years ago, he was world champion. I mean, what a performance to put in to become world champion again.
Well, that is going to be the routine to beat, there's no doubt about it. He went for a 5.9 in difficulty in qualification. But his form, I can't wait to see the execution score. Look at the style through the air.
Absolutely beautiful, isn't it? And he's so high above the bar. There's no question of whether he's going to re-grasp.
He has a real understanding of that skill, and I think this is a new bit he's added, the Kovacs, because I remember when he first came onto the scene, it was all Katchevs, and for me I thought it's a little bit one-sided, but actually adding in this different release and the Katchevs from the Snolders, he really has upped the difficulty. And look at the height there.
I mean, I doubt you'll see a better dismount than that.
No, absolutely rock solid.
14.433 is the score to beat from Milad Karimi.
Tin Srbic, hij was ooit wereldkampioen aan dit toestel. Zilver op de Olympische
Tin Srbic, he's gonna want mid-14s for this at least, to really pile the pressure on the lads that are to come.
Tin Srbic, beer van een kerel.
Love to see a 14.6 up there for him.
Well, I've just got the coach's name sent to me. It's Vladimir Vatkin that was coach.
Former world champion on
yes.
high bar, on horizontal bar.
Is he going, what are they waiting for? Get the score out.
I mean, yeah, there couldn't be that. There wasn't surely that much deliberation to have. It was maybe a bit of handstand work. They may have been deliberating.
I thought that was quite good, actually. You can't see from that one, but there, the Stolder Katchev, and I think what's impressive is the fact that he re-grasps and changes shape again into a straight Katchev. That's huge difficulty. You get the connection bonus as well. He'll be wanting to get as close to 15 as possible because he knows that's what Hashimoto can post.
Well, it wasn't raggy in any way.
No, it wasn't. You think that Hashimoto posted a 6.6 in qualification. Now, this is likely to, well, in qualifying it was a 5.9. So, you know, Hashimoto has a big
I think that has gone up a little bit. I think that'll be more than 5.9 yet. I think he'll have qualified with a simpler routine. And I think Joe was saying in the studio, you've got to go full out.
No, 5.9 still.
14.5. 8.6 on the execution. Where on earth did they take marks off is my question. But he's in that golden position at the moment.
See, he's wondering where they've took the marks off, and I'll agree with him. I thought that was a harsh score.
Well, next up, the fourth gymnast in this high bar final is Paul Judah. The gymnast that really focuses in on the execution, so watch the style here. His top mark was in qualification, 14.166.
Super Markelov to start. What have we got now? Oh, sky high. Kovacs over the bar. It's the somersault over the bar. Then the Katchev actions. And the straddle. Then the pike. If you link them together like that, you increase the difficulty. Good squat dislocation. He's swinging in an inverted swing, hops to the forward swing. Lovely half turn right on top of the bar. Big dismount, single twist. Great technician, isn't he?
Again, absolute class and quality from the US high bar champion. You know, all you can do is your routine to the best of your ability. You know, it's fair enough having all of this extra difficulty, but the routine you put out, you want to perform it well. And I mean, I don't know if he could have done that any better.
Well, the Americans have lacked consistency over probably the last decade, but this championships, they really have become a really consistent, solid team. He was down a little bit on difficulties, lost half a mark to Srbic that went before, so I think he'll probably be down because of the difficulty, but the E score should be right up there. He really did hit the handstand on that squat dislocate half turn. Plenty of height as well. I mean, you used to get extra tenths for virtuosity. If anything, you might just say he was a little bit bent arm on that, but he was very high above the bars.
Yes, really stylish gymnast.
score might change there.
I think we're hearing that there's inquiry gone in for Tin Serbic.
For Judah in his second final, we saw him on vault earlier today.
The only thing I thought was when he did squat his legs in, because he's got his legs so lovely and straight most of the time, he bent his knees a little bit as he squatted in, and it was quite obvious because he's not untidy anywhere else. But he is delighted with that. As you said, Matt, all you can do is come and do your best.
Well, Tin Serbic's score's gone up now, 14.7. He looks a lot happier with that.
Third highest score so far.
That'll be on the D score then.
14-1 for Paul Judah.
Look at the execution, 8-7. That's good
8-7.
for a high bar.
Yeah, very good. As you say, Matt, you can just do your best, and he nailed it.
Thank you for everything.
Ah.
What's this? Love you guys.
Love to everyone back home. There you go. Well, the highest qualifier is next to swing the high bar. Daiki Hashimoto, gold in the all-round, gold in the team. He's the golden boy from the Olympics. And off he goes.
I think this is warm-up.
Oh, gosh.
This is warm-up.
I was panicking then, thinking, why has he just done that swing?
Yeah.
I had a quick look at the judges, and they weren't watching, so...
Well, Daiki will be up after, he'll be the first up after the warm-up. But let's have a word with the lads in the studio if we can. So, lads, what did you make of that first section of the men's high bar final there? First up, Serbic there. I mean, what a class act he is, Joe.
Yeah, he really showed diversity when you look at the release and catches he did. Like, some of them are catching near towards handstand, which is unheard of. So, you know, being able to connect them together and then, of course, sticking the dismount, he really showed that he is capable of great work.
And Gianni, we're seeing real displays of execution here. You know, these moves, although they're difficult, they're not being flung out there. They're being executed with incredible style, which almost feels like another level, doesn't it, of release and catch now?
Yeah, absolutely. I think at this level in the world final, you have to. Although the difficulty, you know, people are pushing their difficulties, they have to execute it as well. And, you know, we've seen some fantastic routines so far. And, you know, especially looking at the execution on Tim's high bar, it was incredible. So hopefully we can see more of that in this next round.
Absolutely. Well, we'll let the lads get warmed up, and there's some brilliant high bar workers to come. We've got Daiki Hashimoto there. We've got Kenta Chiba, the two Japanese gymnasts in this final. Just having a one. This is Suwede. He's just having his final warm-up. This lad fell. He fell in the team final. Do you remember that he fell twice? He was going so well. But,
he was, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Really quite a specialist.
But this is just his warm-up, and he'll be last to go, so he's last up in the warm-up. That'll do. The coast's clear. Just getting the right tension on the wires on the high bar. There's a bit of give in the bar as well, Craig, that helps with, you know, get the altitude on some of these release and catches.
Absolutely, and they've got all these fancy gizmos now testing it. I think back in my day, we were just glad it was standing upright. If it stays up, we're happy. But yeah, it's so precise a sport now, it's important that they get the correct tension on the bar so the releases float high into the air.
So Daiki Hashimoto capable of scoring 15 at least. The fourth gymnast in this final. 22 years old, gold in the all-round, gold in the Olympics.
Well, it's a big routine. It's full of risk and also full of reward. Oh, he did well there. Connected, the full twisting straight catch. Watch this, winds up, kicks up. Full twist in the straight position, he'll go again. Up, in the tuck position. Just needs to settle into the routine now. Change the body shape, straight Katchev, straddle Katchev. He is the class act. Full turn from the squat dislocate. Hop full turn. Just a dismount stands between him and another title. Double twisting, double back. Well, that's what you do when you're under that sort of pressure. Gotta be number one for me, that.
Surely that is one of the best high bar routines that we have ever seen. Unbelievable.
I actually think he worked with quite a lot of freedom there. He'd felt a lot of pressure in the individual and the team competition, but this was just for himself. You know, if I can go and be the best I can be unassailable, and he just really showed his flair, I think.
Well, he was up in the rafters for most of that routine, but the spin, the rotation, the twisting, everything, and to open out at the right time and re-grasp the bar and keep going.
This I love. Look how he kicks out at the end of that. So by the time his second hand's on, he's completely extended his body after doing a somersault over the bar with full twist.
And he is used to performing under this pressure because it was the last piece of apparatus in the all-around final, and he had to perform that routine to take the title again. So for him, he's used to the pressure. It doesn't hold back. It is full of difficulty. I mean, we've had a 15 before, maybe a little bit close on some of those release and catch skills.
Not these, however.
No,
I thought he was going to miss these. He was absolutely full stretch, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Making those direct connections builds the difficulty.
Unbelievable.
Really fabulous to watch.
Look at there, the hop full straight into handstand. And again, we talk about the Japanese gymnast being able to spot the landings. Another pinpoint accurate landing for Hashimoto.
Huge routine, a beautiful routine.
I think that's the thing I've noticed most about these World Championships, the quality of the landings.
Well, one of the things that separated the greatest male gymnast alive, I would say Uchimura, was the ability to land. And what a role model to have. Hashimoto is certainly following in his footsteps.
So far is the score of Tim Srbic. And there comes the score
He's still just 22 years old. He's got a heck of a future ahead of him. 15-2-3-3. Daiki Hashimoto is the world high bar champion. Took a silver last year and the year before, but this is his golden year. Daiki Hashimoto of Japan. Well, there's still 3 more gymnasts to go, but that is huge.
We go to Canada now.
Felix Dolce of Canada. He was in the floor final. A very different piece here.
Super one-arm swing work to start. And again, just a little bit later on that, but that was a good half turn. Here comes the releases. You can see the change of body shape. Oh, and I was going to say that looked a little long.
Oh.
He got his hands on, but if you just release a little bit late, you fly over the bar rather than up to the ceiling.
Well, he hasn't got long to get back on the bar. 30 seconds or so, he was quick to get up.
Yes, it counts down on the scoreboard. So he's just got on with 7 seconds to spare. Will he go again? He does. Make sure of it this time. Now the flight over the bar. The Kachev where you drive your feet down. Oh, but the second one just a little bit wild. Looking a little bit unhappily at his guards.
Well, Dolce, a gymnast with such flair. He's ready for this World Championships. He looked pretty on song, but just hasn't gone his way.
Well, certainly not this final, but they wouldn't have traded this final for the Olympic qualification. Absolutely delighted with themselves, the Canadian men. Up high, Huge double twist dismount, beautifully done, but 2 marks off.
Yeah, what a shame.
He has got the makings of a good high bar routine, that actually. It's got quite a lot of variety. And again, as we've seen for these championships, it's a great learning experience for some of these young gymnasts. This young man's going to be a real star of the team for certain. He's only 21 years of age. And he's very stylish as well. Shows great originality, flair within his work. He's got a light body frame, so that means he's going to have a longevity within the sport. And that was so unlucky, actually.
I'm looking forward to seeing him in Paris.
I'm sure he'll be there.
Very difficult work.
That was lovely. Plenty of height there. Kicks out in the Kovac.
No problem in the tuck position.
That was a real surprise, actually. And I think he was surprised because it looked like he got his hands and the toggles, the dowels over the top of the bars.
14.133, 21 years old. 21 years
So
old.
it looks like Hashimoto will stay on the top spot with 2 gymnasts to go.
Yeah, Hashimoto currently in the lead with the score of 15.233. Tinservic 14.7 and Milad Karimi 14.433 in third. 2 gymnasts left to go in this men's high bar final.
And we have a score
11.1 after those 2 exits off high bar for Felix Dolci, Canada.
Felix Dolci of Canada.
Okay.
Now, personally, I would love to see this gymnast medal. He led qualification and he's just missed out on everything, hasn't he?
He has, yeah. He was 4th in the all-round. Yeah, fell on high bar in the all-round, so hopefully he can put that right here. I mean, he's capable of a 14.5, so he could knock Milad Karimi off that bronze medal place. He could go above Tinservic, who knows? But Kenta Chiba from Japan, can he put 2 Japanese gymnasts on the podium?
Well, we'll find out in the next 60 seconds. Another big release. Oh, and he was right on top of the bar. Well, he won't do it with that. He just snatched it a little bit. Change of grip. Oh, and that was late as well. The squat dislocate with the full turn. Plenty of height on the Markelov. Oh, and I was a little bit late there with the squat half turn. Dismount to come. Double twisting, double back. Unfortunately, Christine, I don't think you'll get your wish today.
I think you're right. He's not very experienced. He hasn't had lots of international experience, and to be honest, it showed, hasn't it?
Yeah, yeah. But he is a gymnast that's beaten the great Uchimura back in Japan.
Well, not many people can say that. And I think what tends to happen is if you watch a gymnast before you fall from the apparatus, you tend to snatch a little bit on your releases so you don't fall off. Well, he went the other way, didn't he, Chris?
Yeah. Yeah, he pulled it in far too close. Yeah. Is this it?
This was the Coleman.
Yes, you see, he nearly landed in front rest, didn't he? Which would have been very uncomfortable.
Well, I've landed on top of the bar a few times during my career, and I can assure you that metal bar is not very forgiving.
Hands close together in the hop full.
But he recovered well, and he tried really very hard to sort of use an exit rather than just jumping off. And of course, the trademark Japanese landing. If you watch, they all do exactly the same. Bend knees, arms forwards to that precise position. It's drilled.
Well, there's 1 gymnast left to go in this men's high bar final. Daiki Hashimoto leads.
We gaan even wachten op die score van Kenta Chiba. En even, dat is blijkbaar
Kenta Chiba's score is in. It's a 12.7. He's down in 6th. But Could Milad Karimi of Kazakhstan get their first ever medal on high bar?
And now, the People's Republic of China.
There's only one routine that's standing in the way of Milad Karimi doing that, and it's Su Weida of China. He fell in the team final twice, but if he stays on, this is going to be a big routine.
Ooh, perfectly in handstand. And again, very nicely that time. You see the coach hovering. The Kachev with full turn. They're doing that beautifully, these gymnasts. Now concentrate on it. Here comes the next big release, the full twisting Kovacs. The change of grip, the close bar work. Wow, this is a very nice routine. Plenty of virtuosity. It has to have a big dismount as well. Does it come? Up, double twist. Oh, it does. Now, that is going to be a big score.
Well, he had a 6 difficulty in qualification, 14.3. I mean, he went for broke. We've seen him fall in this competition, but talk about save the best till last. I mean, 14.433 he has to get to push off Karimi of Kazakhstan. I think it'd be good enough for that. And it might just be good enough to nudge out Serbik, 14.7. I think Hashimoto's safe, but lovely routine, Christine.
It was, and having seen him, I mean, really, it was a very costly falls in the team final because all those scores had to count, and at that time China were vying very hard with Japan for the team title. So I don't know, Craig, it stalled a little bit there. Would there be a bit of a deduction for the stop up the top?
Well, not really. It's a momentarily pause in the handstand, and we're often asking for perfection. So, yeah, I mean, that's what you aim for. And a few of these gymnasts have just been off on the turns. This is probably the most accurate in terms of hitting the handstands that we've seen. And, I mean, and look at the height there on the straight Kachev. And he's good on straight arms. That's what the judges are looking for.
Yes, he's a bit of an all-or-nothing gymnast by the look of it, isn't he? You know, go for broke, and he went for broke, and actually it paid off this time.
It certainly did. And look at the knees locked together, the extension before catch. Yeah, just a little bit of a flaring of the legs, but if the judges are at the side, they'll probably not pick that up. And the lovely Steinemann swing there, adding a bit of originality. So, what will he score, Chris?
Well, I think I would go with you that I reckon it could well medal. I don't think it will challenge Hashimoto. I don't think it's quite got the difficulty score, has it?
Well, they've not medalled since 2 days ago where they took the title on rings, but they've had a very quiet World Championships.
Still awaiting the score.
14.5 for Su Weida of China. It's the bronze. Unfortunately, Kazakhstan will have to wait for their first World Championship medal.
In the horizontal bars final. And the gold medal
15.233 for Hashimoto is the golden boy of this championship. Silver goes to Croatia, Tim Serbik with 14.7.
Daiki Hashimoto, he gets the gold. Fantastic. And Su Weida, well, he was last up, he gets the bronze. And it was absolutely packed with difficulty, which really has been the story, I think, of these World Championships, but done with sheer execution. And that man is a